everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm here in Sumner, Washington. Yes, it is raining. It really does rain all the time here in Washington. I'm here at DSE7, which is a distribution center, again in Sumner, Washington. I'm in the Flex staging yard, about ready to do my 3-hour block. You know, I've been doing Flex for goodness, just short of 3 years now. Had a blast with it. There's so many perks to it, like being able to take my son with me. He's 5 years old in the back seat of the car right now. So I don't have to worry about a babysitter, make a few bucks, and get to know the area because I've only been up here for a few years. So in those few years, I've had a lot of situations come up, and Amazon tutorials don't talk about what to do in those situations. There's a lot of YouTube bloggers out there that talk about Flex, how to do their situations, deactivations, and so forth. But I am here to solely talk about not what Flex is or how the perfect Flex route goes. I'm here to talk about some situations that happen on your route. So stay tuned. It's definitely helped me continue doing Amazon Flex. See you soon. Getting a route. Depending on what region you are registered and you have your filters set, will be what blocks appear. The rates vary on the amount of routes forecasted, and the rates usually start at the minimum. If the routes are not being filled, the rates increase as time gets closer to the time of the block. Beware that they will disappear once they are all filled, and the rates will decrease depending on if there's a large amount of people accepting the routes. Don't be greedy. If you see a good payout for the route, accept it because you may miss out. If the routes all fill up, you will see the red banner at the top of the screen if you accept the route. After all the routes are filled, you will see the message that there are no routes available. When you accept a route, it will display on your home screen. If you need to forfeit the block, click on the calendar tab using the menu. Click on the date and the block you wish to forfeit. Please note that once you forfeit the block, you will not be able to get that block again for that day and time. You will see others. So some of the situations you come upon are not even during your block, but they're before. Doing the standard checks. The app is going to route you to a different location than where the staging area is.
Navigation started.
One of the situations is you need to know where the staging area is. Across the street is where the package pickup is. But over here is where the staging area is. This is the only sign that you see of where the staging is in the parking lot. Everybody else will see a blue sign across the street showing that's where you go. But that's not where you stage. So again, the app is going to show you to go across the street, which is completely wrong and needs to be fixed. It has been addressed quite a few times. And of course, got to take a picture. So you can't check in until 15 minutes before your block starts. That's fine. That's why everybody gets here early, so we can just hang out. At this facility, it's first one here gets moved over first, and usually is one of the first to leave. There are routes, distribution centers, where all of you pull in, they blow a whistle or signal some way or other, and then that's when you can exit your car. But that's only after every single car for that route has, well, arrived and come inside or to the loading station. And then once you finish loading, you have to wait for everybody in that route time block to finish loading, and then everybody can leave. So it just depends upon your distribution center and what their regulations or their procedures are. So again, know where your staging area is. If you have any question, don't be afraid to go in line up at the check-in and ask them, where is the staging place if that is not it. For instance, the distribution center in Renton, Washington, they just have 3 lines that it doesn't matter which block you're in, you just get in one of those 3 lines, and when it's your time to go, they have you go. Otherwise, you're sitting there with other people. So again, it just depends on when your block time is and when your distribution is. I know it's kind of excessive to arrive early, but I'm one of the first ones in line. Today I'm the first one in line, and you can already see people have already arrived, and the block isn't for another half hour. So again, it just depends on what your preference is, how much time you have, and how fast you want to get in and out of the distribution center. Depending on the distribution center that your block is located, will vary on where your staging location may be, if there is a covering, or some centers are actually indoors inside a warehouse, both the staging and pickup locations. For instance, DWA 9, located in Sumner, Washington, is fully indoors. The staging line and the pickup area is all indoors. This location has an all-in, all-out policy. What this means is, no matter your placement in the staging line, all vehicles will enter to the pickup area at the same time. All drivers will be signaled to exit their vehicles when it is safe at the same time, and all cars will vacate the distribution center at the same time. This photo is taken at DSE 5, which is located in Renton, Washington. This distribution center has an overhang for the pickup area, but is fully outdoors for the staging line. This is a high traffic, high volume distribution center. You will have a number of routes going in and out of this location at the same time. Some will have 2, 3, or 4 hour blocks. The person checking you in or verifying which block you have may put a sign on your window or give you a sticker that designates what route you have, so the person bringing your cart to you, or they can direct you to the correct duration location. When you arrive at your cart, or the employee brings your cart to you, your route will have a paper. This will have a QR code and a route identifier. You'll scan the QR code that will have your route and package information. Special routes will have a different designator than the rest, and may also have an obvious route indicator, such as this one with a star. This particular route requires the driver to have access to military installations. This one requires access to Joint Base Lewis McChord. Now, there may be a straggler package from another delivery truck that has to be placed into this route after the computer generates the original route. This is known as an override. An employee should be waiting at your cart with their mobile device. To help them and you speed up the process, on the screen that appears once you check in on your Amazon app, it's a black background with your block time and a bar at the bottom that you hit to scan your route. Do not click Scan Your Route. Click the link in the middle of the page as if there are no routes available. A big QR code will appear on your phone, and have the employee scan this. The employee will verify your name Once they do this, they will enter the information on their device. Within seconds, your phone window should change and be ready to scan the packages in your cart. You will not have a predetermined route on your phone, but you will scan each package one by one. Once you have scanned all the packages, slide the bottom that you've done scanning, and your route will display based on the algorithm of the almighty Amazon computer. You are now ready to depart the distribution center and deliver. Regardless whether you have an override or not, you will see a route summary on your phone with the map, icons, and numbers, and a summary. Let's go back to scanning. The labels Amazon uses do vary with information depending on the route and distribution center, but regardless of this, they all contain the necessary information required for the driver to make a successful delivery. The large label will have a TBA number. This is Amazon's tracking number and package identifier. There will be times that you manually have to enter this during a pickup or delivery for a variety of reasons, mainly if the QR or barcode is unreadable or covered. It will have the customer's name and address and your route number. Occasionally, the employees or computer sorters may place the wrong package into the wrong route. Again, nothing is perfect. If you come across a package that will not scan successfully because it is not on your route, the customer canceled the order, or for another variety of reasons, call an employee over, let them know the situation. They may have you scan that package to show the error message to verify, and they will either add the package to your route if it is within the geographic area of delivery, or they'll remove it completely, and you press on with your route. There may be a yellow sticker on the package. This will have the route number and a driver aid. The driver aid is the sequence of delivery. The most common has 2 sets of numbers. The first number is the delivery stop number. The second is the package number. Since some stops have more than one package, the numbers may differ. But again, the first number is your stop number. So this allows you to load your vehicle in an orderly fashion, and you can access it quickly upon your stop out on your route. Believe it or not, this pile of envelopes is organized. I have the lower numbers on the top and higher numbers at the bottom, and the higher numbers are on the front floorboard. Some people do it this way, or some people may use a file bin, a container that they provide. It is completely up to you how you do this. I do not use additional equipment because there have been times where I have large boxes that require to be placed in the front seat, or I may have to stack small boxes in addition to the envelopes that are in the front seat, and a bin will just be in the way. As soon as you slide the orange bar to start delivering, an address summary will appear with text addresses and the stop number on the left. After this flashes, your route map will appear and you will be able to start the GPS. Take a second. Click the map button at the top. Take a look at your route. Analyze. Take a look at the stop numbers and locations. They are not always in logical order. On this window, note that stop 23 is next to stop number 3. In this case, make a mental or written note that after completing stop 3, to click on the route map going out of GPS mode, manually press, in this instance 23, and then select travel to stop on the window that appears. This will direct you to stop number 23 and bypass stop number 4. If you do not take this step, you will return across the entire geographic area that you have traveled to stop 23 after leaving stop 22, leaving you frustrated and a loss of time. Do remember though, if you do deviate, you will go to stop number 24 unless you manually exit GPS mode, click on stop number, in this case 4, and then your route will continue sequentially as before. When it comes to stop number 23 on the list that you have already accomplished, it will bypass this and automatically go to stop number 24. If you have a 3 or 4 hour block and see that you only have about 10 stops or so, don't be jumping up and down for joy that you got it easy that night, because there is a reason for this. You may be required to travel a good distance to the area you are delivering in. Always have a full tank of fuel, or if you have your Tesla, Leaf, Bolt, etc., make sure you have a full charge on your EV before going to the distribution center. You never know where you are going to end up. And do not rely on your GPS to take you the best way. Use common sense. For instance, this route has you go through an intersection, make a left on the paralleling road, only to get back on the main road. There is no reason for this. Take a second. Analyze your GPS. It just takes a second to save a few seconds here or there on your route. And again, as we all know, those precious seconds do add up. This route takes you completely around a pond and through an entire neighboring neighborhood. When all that is required to go to the next stop, make a left at the next street, make a right, and then you're at the address street. Take a second to find these deviations that will save you minutes. It is not indicated on this map, but this is on a military installation. Between the arrow of my position and the left turn, between there is a fortified gate. It is not an access. It is actually barricaded and used for emergencies requiring evacuation of the base. Again, this is not indicated on the Amazon GPS map. I understand not everyone has entire counties memorized, but do make notes of these obstructions, report it to Amazon. If you are on the Amazon social media groups on Facebook, help out your fellow flexers as they do help you. I take down memos that have saved me time and headaches. This particular route takes me out of McChord Air Force Base housing gate that is only open during a certain time, and it varies on the day of the week. If you have base access, ask the gate guard or contact security forces for a list of gate hours and maps. It is not classified information unless there is an exercise, inspection, or something that could cause a deviation. This holds true with businesses that are behind a gate entrance. On your route, you may encounter a gated housing community or apartment complex. Usually the customer knows the driver will require access. This information will be in the notes page. This page can be accessed by swiping up on your device, bringing up a background window while traveling to your stop before you click that you have parked. This will have all the information you need about the structure, address, gate codes, where they want the package delivered, and if they are required to be there. This may also say that they may have a dog but is friendly, or any other notes of that sort. Personally, I do not trust this, as a dog may turn from a licker to a protector. Do not be afraid to contact the customer by phone or text if you are unable to locate the house or need access, or if a dog is at your vehicle barking. Codes are also helpful in apartment houses in metropolitan areas such as Seattle. Yes, we all want to keep going as fast as possible to deliver the block, but kindly ask the customer to add this information to their user profile for their next order. The package description is also not always correct of what is displayed. For instance, it may be labeled as an envelope, but could be a box. I've seen a large box that is actually a small box. I've seen envelopes that are boxes, special wrappers, etc. They may not match. Just know what stop you're on and verify it with the sticker, the delivery aid, and the TBA number. Just be aware this may occur. Okay, so I got this package. I just arrived at the house. I verified the address on the box corresponds with the house, and I'm on the correct street. But my app, goodness, I got full cell phone signal. I got line of sight to the sky for GPS. Why in the world does it have me across the park and a block away from the delivery address? This isn't right. What do I do? Again, as we all know, the app is not perfect. Cellular service is not perfect. Little trick, swipe down. This is an iPhone. Put it in airplane mode. What happens when you put it in airplane mode is it tricks the program into thinking that there's no, of course it takes away your data service. And what it does is it runs the app perfectly as if you're right there at the house. The window just popped up. Oh my goodness. Where am I going to deliver this? I'm at the front door. Front door. Take picture. Swipe to finish. I got an error. The red bar. Oh no. I got to take it out of airplane mode. It's got to know where I'm delivering next, and it's got to transmit to the Amazon server that I just delivered this box to this house at this address, send the picture to the customer, and then I'm off to the next stop. So where am I going next? I don't know. Oh, I got the address right here. It's just right around the corner. After your scheduled block is over, your earnings will appear in the Earnings tab. If you have any issues with your pay, click on that particular block and report the issue. While on your route, if you are unable to complete all deliveries within the block time, call customer support before your block ends. Let them know you have packages left to deliver, and they will make changes to your account as necessary by extending your block, or they will let you know just return all the packages to the distribution center. They will go over your route and GPS information. If you hit traffic or it just takes you longer to make all the stops, no problem. But if you make stops at Burger King or take longer to fuel, they will not allow you to go overtime and will tell you to return the undelivered packages to the distribution center. If you do have undeliverable packages during your route time should be enough time to return to the distribution center within your block time. Each Flex driver has a standing status. The status depends on a number of factors such as reliability of showing up to your block on time, successful deliveries, and how many deliveries you complete, how many blocks you forfeit, and more. Yes, you are not always able to deliver all your packages. It sucks, and that goes against you and your delivery success rating. You may have to forfeit a block due to something coming up. No big deal if it's once in a long while. You will be deactivating it if your rating drops too low. I deliver often and have been forced to return undeliverable packages and also refuse some packages. This has put a scar on my standing that is beyond my control. This is just one of the issues that drivers have that we just have to shrug off. Some other items of interest. You should be given an Amazon vest, or you may have to provide your own bright, contrasting vest that is reflective to make your presence obvious to the customer. You are not in a marked Amazon van. You are in your personal vehicle. Some people are weary about a strange vehicle coming into their driveway or parked out on the street. Turn on your blinkers, whether you're in the driveway or whether you're on the street to make a delivery. This will make it obvious that you are not someone scoping out their house or making a cause for the person to be alarmed. Window stickers are both good and bad. Amazon does have adhering to the interior of your window stickers. They're about 18 inches long, be placed in your front window. They're good for identification and bad for identification. They're good for loading zones at office buildings and apartments. Put on your four-ways, lock your vehicle, and with this Amazon sticker, there will be no question about your purpose of being in this loading zone or no parking zones. The bad is since it identifies you to the public that you have packages in your car and you are now a target. We have all heard about the Amazon vans being robbed and the drivers assaulted. In fact, a flex driver in the Seattle area was assaulted and robbed as well. Do be aware of your surroundings at all times. This goes without saying. Watch for any followers, tails, anything that does not seem right. If in doubt, stop, analyze the situation. If you need to, call customer service in your locked car, maybe down the street or at a shopping center or well-lit corner. Let them know the situation. You don't feel safe. At night, I carry a 4-cell LED metal flashlight. It holds two purposes. One of them is for illumination. Do not risk your safety for packages. If you do have an incident, call 911 immediately and make a full report of the robbery and/or assault. Now, if you're like me who has your kids in the car, I will protect my kid, but I will not protect the boxes. If you enjoyed this video, please post your comments below, like and subscribe. I have a variety of topics that I cover, everything from traveling, delivery, Uber, Lyft, and traveling in general. Again, thank you for your time and happy flexing.